Yeah, I think we started really strong. I think the first half was with great flow and pace, and we're aggressive and really had some good patterns in our attacking side, and I think that we were able to get the upper hand of the game and gain control. And of course, we were up 3-0 at halftime, and then in the second half, they also changed a little bit. But yeah, we overcomplicated things, and also of course, the team we ended up with on the pitch was also not a team that we have been working much with. But great to see also players get in, and Sheik getting his debut, and yeah, I think it was a great win for us. It's been a tough 10 days, tough stretch, and now we can maybe recover a little bit, and then we work towards being stronger in the next stretch.
You've had 4 games in the last 11 days. Thomas has played a full 90 in one of those games. I know you have a team that you work with behind the scenes, but what goes into managing his minutes so he's not getting run onto the turf and you're getting the best out of him?
Um, yeah, I think it's about being clever and also realize where we are in the season. We cannot just overdo things in the beginning here because we have a tight schedule. And I think Thomas is, we all knew from last year that he wants to play everything, but we also have to be smart, and he is also a smart guy himself. So I think it's just managing things to begin with, and then build up instead of we have to take steps back. So it's just how to do it. He played very well the other day in the second half, and also today. So I think we would. It looks good for him and in general for the team. And when we start out with 4 games in the first 11 days of the season, you cannot just bring people on and play with 11 players. You have to get a lot of players involved, and we also got that. So I'm pleased with the start we've had. We haven't really hit the highest point yet, but we also had some players out and players coming in that are new, and I think that overall it's been good.
Joshua Ray, Area 51 Sports Network. Jesper, what can you say about the attack and the way it improved today to create 3 goals in the second half?
In the first half, right?
Sorry,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay. Yeah. No. I know. Of course, I understand. But no, we struggled in the beginning scoring. We didn't score down in Costa Rica, even though we played a good game and created chances. In the second game, we also had some opportunities, and we didn't really get the break. Today, we got an early break, and you can see that it really gave energy to the team, and we pushed hard the rest of the first half, and then in the second half we didn't really find any rhythm. But our attacking play is getting. We're finding more flow into it, and I think it's it's a continuing process of seeing how you can create chances when you play up against different structures and different teams and teams that does it differently. So I think in general especially the last 2 games, I think it's been very well from our attacking side. And then, yeah, of course, some parts of the second half was of course not what we hoped for, but okay, we also a little bit tired after this program, and I think players in general are doing a great job with trying. The intentions is right. That's the most important thing. And then sometimes you succeed a little bit, sometimes you make some mistakes, but the intentions are always right, and that's how we also have to proceed in the future, right?
And 4 clean sheets to start the season, yet to give up a goal, and you're also not giving up a lot of shots on target. Just what can you say about Yohei and your back line with the way they've been performing?
Yeah, I think I said it before that they've been performing at a very high level, every one of them. But it's not just about them. It's also about not allowing the opponents to get into our box much. The pressure we set up high on the pitch with also our midfield running a lot, and also doing a great job protecting the guys in the back line. And then right now we also have the speed to cover the backspace. We also saw Ralph and Tristan today was caught in a couple of situations, but they managed anyways with their speed, and we try the best we can not to allow our opponents too many chances, and right now we've succeeded with that. But it's all, it's all in a flow. So when we have a better flow in our game and better passing, then we don't allow many chances because the opposition will not get as high on the pitch. So that's also a thing. So it's all connected, and that's how we try and work it. But yeah, back to your question, the Johe and the backline has been amazing. Yeah.
Simon and Alex, please.
Simon Fudd, Soccer Top Vancouver. Further to that, Jesper, the stage, the spells where the commitment to two-touch play, to move the ball around and make the opposition work, is, I would almost think, is a big part of that foundation to control and have that flow of the game. Would that be the case?
Yeah, passing is crucial, right? If you wanna get away from your opponents, you can move the ball much faster than you can run with it. And in the second half, you could see, for instance, we had even, when there's a lot of space, then you have a tendency just to try and dribble around, and that's when you don't find your flow, and we dribble a little bit too much in the second half with the ball instead of just passing it out quick to the open spaces. So that's definitely something that is key for us, that we move the ball fast and try and move it in between the players until we get to the right spaces where we actually can be a threat and attack something. So I think that's our intentions again, and sometimes it looks better than others, but I think that we're getting there. We'll get there.
2 goals on set pieces of the corners, particularly the second goal, which looked like a very orchestrated play with a near post flick from Laborda, who I would think should be given a lot of credit for setting that goal up. But there must have been a certain amount of satisfaction that you created 2 of your 3 goals from set pieces.
No, it's very good. It's very, very good, because we've actually struggled in the beginning here because we've had so many. I think we had 11 corner kicks in Costa Rica. We had 7 or 8 against Salt Lake. So I think when everything is tight, you need maybe a little bit of a break on a set play, and we got that today. And we work on it. Mikey is setting it up great every time, and if it was up to the players and up to us, we would succeed every time. But it's not how it works. But today we got the break, and it was great.
Okay, we'll finish with
Alex
Alex.
Gongiruzik with One Soccer. Jesper, you just had so much fluidity, it felt like, in your team today, with obviously having guys you can kind of shift all over. Jeevan can drop in. Your fullbacks, your center backs are extremely comfortable. Just how do you kind of, what was kind of the messaging in terms of the freedom you give them on the ball, where you've got your left wingers popping up on the right side and just all that fluidity?
Yeah. When you have players like Ralph playing in the back line, he can step up, breaking something with his dribbling, the first line, and then he can pass in, and he plays with his eyes up, and Tristan the same, and they're comfortable on the ball. And then when you play with guys like Jeevan, who can drop into different spaces and positions, and Thomas, who is also very flexible. It's also how you would like to try and set your team up against the opponents you play up against. And I think today, if we had this movement where we also were filling our position and not be standing in positions, we knew that we maybe could make it difficult for Toronto to hold up against us, because we from what we've seen in the game. So I think it's this football is a flow game, and you want players to be in not to be in positions all the time, but sometimes arrive in positions and switch positions. But you want those positions to be filled out at the right time, and sometimes it just clicks, and sometimes it doesn't. But I think, especially in the first half, the fluidity of the game, as you mentioned, I think looked very, very good. And also the other day, you can always say that Cartagena is probably not the best opponent we're going to meet and face this season, but you still have to be able to get that movements, and still have to be able to get those positions, players arrive in the position at the right time, and that these relations, to click in between the players, and that's what we work on every day. And sometimes it looks very good, and I hope also that people appreciate that. Sometimes they get entertained better than others. So, maybe first half today was one of them.
And of course, you guys are just thinking about the 3 points, but you are the 4-time defending Canadian championship. So these games always, mean something for the fans. Just, how important is it to kind of, you guys want to push on for a fifth to set a message? Not that you're trying to, but to just kind of remind people that, you are the team to beat right now in Canada.
I think it's always something. It's not everything, but it's always something, right? And I think for the fans, it's a big thing. I think also for the players, it's a thing. I know there's a lot of turnover on teams every year, and every team has its own story. The big thing next time with the Canadian Championships for us will maybe be if we don't win it, right? But we will have to keep pushing our level, and also send the message here that if we're going to play here later on in the season, okay, we think that we have a good chance, and that's obviously a good message to send, and it always means something. It's not everything, as I said, but it's something, and I think the players enjoy it and the fans does as well. Okay.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's good. Okay.